The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Monday. Gun.
Mike.
Passing play. Flacco under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long.
Let's see what you got.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 18. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 6 yards away, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Chopper! 58, go! Gotta go!
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. I got you, son. I got you. You're almost.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. He's got Sanu. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Falcons.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go.
Ready, blue 80!
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-lib.
If you print, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
47. Check, 47. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 79 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, the spin. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready!
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check it back.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Yellow!
Undercut. Undercut.
On 3rd down, Lindsey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Left side here to Sanders. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On 1st down. It's Lindsey, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Flacco from midfield. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
61, matchbox, white. Hey, South.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And it's caught over the middle, Hooper. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check, Mike 20.
Gun.
Check.
Hey, let's go.
Mike 21. Check, Mike 21.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Von Miller able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Space.
Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Check back 21, right 21, check back 21. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Check 31, check 31.
Roger, 5-0. Swing.
Check 59, Mike.
Hey, Zoo.
59.
Gun.
I got you, boy. Mike, check, 59.
Rolling the dice on 4th, Flacco. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Ready, blue 80. Back 25. Check. Let 6-6. Pull it high.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We saw this a lot in the 1st half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
He's checking Craig.
Hey, South.
Throwing again. Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Gun. Go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Hey, Monday.
Shoot! Watch the shoot!
Gun.
From the gun, Flacco. Sanders has it over the middle. And all the way home for a Broncos score. 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco. And the Broncos push further out in front. 1 play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big run there by Freeman. 44 yards on the ground. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
On 1st down, Ryan. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Check.
From the gun, Ryan. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot a bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Mike 45. It's a party now.
Hey, red.
Safe.
Another run by Lindsey. 12 yards there and a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Set the tone, defense. Swing. Kick the edge. Come. Check three.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Slam.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Kill. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Three bud. One switch.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Coaching spill.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Patchy. Check 50. Shoot.
Space.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Get ready. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. You get blocked, man. Let's go.
Here's Ryan. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, South. 51, South.
Hey, check, Mike 20.
Hey, Rick Lance.
Hey, let's get this.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, check, Mike 21. Check, Mike 21. Watch the slant.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run here with Lindsey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
It's 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Gun.
Check, 45 to Mike. Check.
Whoa, Flacco's going to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Gun. 11.
Here's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, 27 yards, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ladies and gentlemen,